Hey guys, Little Luigi here. Welcome to the second part of the SAND Overview. We'll be going over rounds 4 through 6 this time. First off, Brandon replaced Politano with 1 life, so Brandon joined the season. Andrew says to the WOA Alliance, which is Wilted O and Andrew's alliance, that he's going to war with Max. Dragonfire warns Max Fecto that Brandon has experience in game shows. O claims not to be on Andrew's side to Max Fecto. The art contest ends and Double Hello Jack Liam O and Rebooted lose a life. Rebooted loses his last life and is eliminated. Zap wins an immunity from this challenge. Dragonfire tries to make an alliance with CG3K so that he doesn't die in the next challenge. Dragonfire talks to Max about him being on 1 life and having a good chance of dying in the code challenge. He wants to be safe. The shop is then abruptly closed by Double O. We move on to the code challenge. In this challenge, all the players need to guess the correct 3-digit code. The more people who enter the right code, the more money you got from entering the code. But if 18 or more people enter the code, everybody loses a life. Double, Dragonfire, and Hello originally got the correct code, 693. Brandon and Jack originally got the decoy code, 676. Dragonfire instantly shares his code with Max Fecto. Brandon claims that he has a code in the server. The Sandy boys tell each other if they got a code. Max apparently settled things with Andrew and DMs, but we don't get to see it. O shares with the MPP Alliance that he doesn't have a code and adds Brandon to it since he's new. O tells Wilted he didn't get a code. Max tells O he settled stuff with Andrew, and O tells Max he doesn't have a code. Double tells the super cool gamer group that the code he got was 693. O tells Ender he doesn't have a code. The Chat Alliance, which has Check-In, Chicken, Ender, and Yoshi, checks if anyone has a code and no one does. O tells Brandon that Zap is too powerful in this game show, and tries to recruit him to vote Zap later. Dragonfire tells Zap his code. Dragonfire got Brandon's code in DMs. Double and Brandon exchanged their codes. Zap asked the Big Brian people for any codes, but they don't have any. Zap asks Liam for a code and gets no response. Zap asks Brandon for a code and he shares that he has 676. Double tells Andrew the code he has, which is 693, and that he got 676 from Brandon and 693 from Dragonfire. Andrew said he got the code 693 and 676. Andrew tells Yoshi the code he heard as well. Yoshi says he hasn't heard any codes. Zap asks Hello for codes with no response. Zap asks O for codes, and O tells Zap he has 676 from Brandon. Zap asks Check-In for a code. Check-In says he doesn't have one. Same thing with Ender Brian. Masrock tells Max the code he's collected, which is 693 from Double and Dragon and 676 from Brandon. Zap asks Yoshi for the code, and Yoshi says he doesn't have one. Zap asks Andrew for the codes, and he says he has 676 and 693. Zap asks Jack for the code. Jack wants Zap to share a code first. Zap gives him the first digit, and Jack gives him the second, which is 9, so Zap knows Jack has 696. A group chat between Brandon, CG3K, Dragonfire, Jack, and Max is made called Stellar Veterans. Zap asks Squadman for codes. He doesn't respond. Wilted asked Max for codes. Max gives him 676 from Brandon and 693 from Double and Dragon, and Wilted says he heard the same ones. A group chat with Brandon, Double, Dragon, Jack, Masrock, Max, Chicken, Wilted, and Zap is made called the Code Holders. Zap tells them they all know the correct code, which is 693, and to control what happens through the challenge. He also says he wants to select random people to hand out the code to. Sai claims to have a code in the server and wants to trade codes with people. The Mighty Chicken asks Zap for a code in French, and Zap gives him the correct one. Zap tests Sai's claim of having a code. Sai already said she didn't get a code in Sandy Boys, so Zap knows it's a lie. Zap threatens to not give Sai the correct code. O then tries to trade codes with Sai. Sai gives 683 to O, which is a fake code. This conversation goes from Sai to Zap, and Zap questions O about it. O says Brandon told him 676 and that he knows that both codes start with a 6. O tells Wilted that after he talked to Sai, Zap questioned him about his conversation with her. Wilted shares the Code Holders group chat that Zap put him in. Wilted talks to Brandon about Zap controlling the challenges, but he did it through DM, so we don't get to see it. They want to try sabotaging people so that they lose a life. Brandon wants to sabotage Dragonfire. Dragonfire secretly tells CG3K the correct code, but doesn't tell anyone he told CG3K. In Sandy Boys, they discuss Sai trying to trick people into giving her a code. Zap starts arguing with Sai on why she attempted to try and trick Zap into giving her a code. Max tries to break it up. The chat between Sai and O is given to Zap. Zap wants to sabotage Brandon because he thinks he revealed both codes to O. Here's where Brandon gave the code to O. This was in the NPP Alliance. Max also talks to O about him knowing the codes. O says he told Zap that Brandon told him one of the codes. Max asks him to say the first digit of the codes and O says 6. Max tells him not to give out the codes because they're close to the limit. O says he gave it to Sai. O knows the real code, but gives Ender Brian the fake ones he got from Brandon and Sai. CG3K asks if Zap has the code and tells Zap he has the code. CG3K tells Zap he got it from Dragonfire even though Dragonfire said to keep it a secret. On the last day, Brandon tells Dragonfire about the people that are going against Zap and why he should go against Zap. Dragonfire tells Max about that, and Max says Zap is only a threat if you oppose him. Dragonfire and Max both don't want to go against Zap. Max then tells Brandon to stay away from the anti-Zap movement, exposing that something was leaked to Max. Brandon realizes Dragonfire leaked the things they were talking about to Max. Dragonfire is now mad at Max for leaking that Dragonfire leaked Brandon in his chat. Dragonfire says Brandon is going to kill him now. Max DMs Brandon about him threatening to kill Dragonfire and says not to. This starts a plan by Brandon to have the code leaked to everyone so that too many people enter it and everybody that has one life, which include Dragonfire, dies. He reveals this plan to Dragonfire. Dragonfire tells Max about the suicide plan and spreads it to all the other players. Brandon shares the code with O and tells him to make an alliance with him, Angel, Yoshi, and Liam, who didn't get the code from Zap. Ender Brian tells Mighty Chicken that O told them he knew the code 683 and 676. The Mighty Chicken tells the code holder group chat this. Zap randomizes who he gives the codes to, and it gives him War Bunny, Sidechicken, and Brizzle. They get Mighty Chicken to see where O got his codes. O shows him the screenshots of where he got it from. Code holders panic as they don't know Yoshi has the code and are scared that it has been leaked to many people. Their plan is to use the sabotage to stop everyone from losing a life. They also tell Jack to give Andrew a fake code. Zap gives the code to Sai. Sai decides to sabotage Brandon so she can give the code to Angel. Here's where Jack lied to Andrew. Zap gives the code to War Bunny. Max asks Andrew if he knows about the anti-Zap movement, and Andrew claims he doesn't know. Angel tells Sandy Boys about Brandon's group chat with him, O, Yoshi, and Liam. Max asks O about the anti-Zap movement. O lies saying he doesn't know about it as well. O shares with Max the group chat Brandon made and that he shared that Zap randomized a list of players and chose the top 4. Wilted shares with the WOA Alliance about Zap's plan to randomize a list of 7 players and give the code to the top 4. Wilted shares the real code with this alliance. Wilted tells Andrew and O that Jack gave Andrew a fake code. O shares that Max asked him about the anti-Zap movement. Brandon then tells Andrew the real code. Liam tells Zap that he's mad at him for doing something he made up. Brandon says to Zap that he thinks he's ruining the game for others by controlling the outcome. O asks CG3K if he got a code from Zap, and says that Zap only gave people he liked the code. Zap tells O he didn't give people he liked the code because CG3K leaked the convo with O and him to Zap. Also, Brandon was kicked out of the Stellar Veterans group chat. Brandon sabotages himself so he couldn't possibly not get in the safe even if someone else uses sabotage on him, which Sai did, and it failed. Because Hello didn't do anything, he entered his decoy code and he got eliminated. Although Jack lied to Andrew earlier, Jack wants to make a secret alliance with him. Ender asks O why he gave him fake codes. Dragonfire asks for CG3K to heal him. Mask asks Sandy Boys if they could add Wilted since it seems like a good time to do so. Sai and Angel think Zap is controlling as well and want to plot against him. Andrew abruptly buys and uses clothes to close the shop. And then we have the time bomb challenge. The Sandy Boys add Wilted to their alliance and then instantly talk about wanting to eliminate Brandon. The Sandy Boys first start out trying to figure out the player order. They figure out who is in front of them and then try to connect all the players together. When they get the bomb, they say who's in front of them in the group chat and then they add it to the list. When they see a bomb with around 20 seconds on it, they start to plan how it would explode. Wilted tries to convince them not to make that bomb kill Brandon since he's working with them. And Brandon reveals that Wilted told him what Dragonfire said in the Sandy Boys group chat. The Sandy Boys figure out that it was Wilted who leaked it to Brandon because of him trying to make sure Brandon isn't targeted, and also this from Andrew. Andrew tells Zap that he knows Wilted was added to Sandy Boys, meaning Wilted must have leaked that to Andrew. Masrock kicks out Wilted from the group chat. The Mighty Chicken accidentally passes a 10-second bomb without thinking. The Sandy Boys eventually figure out the list of players. War Bunny tells the Sandy Boys he got challenge blocked, which was done to make sure Max Fecto blows up. Mastark gets a 25-second bomb, and he tells the Sandy Boys, and they try to get Wilted blown up with that bomb. They instruct all the people before them what to do when they have the bomb. Sandy Boys then tries to get War Bunny's 20-second bomb to explode Jack, and they successfully do it. Dragonfire apologizes for blowing up Jack. Dragonfire tries to get CG3K to go with the plan of blowing up Jack here. Some miscommunication causes Dragonfire to think CG3K had a 2-second bomb. This caused unnecessary freakouts and conspiracy theories about how many bombs there were. CG3K just had a 3-second bomb earlier, which he passed to Masrock while only taking off 1 second. Masrock took 1 second off that bomb to pass it to Brandon. Next, they try to get Sai's bomb to explode Andrew, and that plan also works. When Sai's bomb is passed to Yoshi, Zap tries to convince Yoshi to take off 2 seconds so that Zap can reverse it and Yoshi can take off another 2 seconds so that Angel can successfully blow up Andrew, and Yoshi agreed with the plan. Sai and Angel talk more about trying to go for Zap, but still don't think they can do it. O creates an alliance called the Don't Explode Alliance at the beginning of this challenge with Ender, Jack, and Yoshi. He tries to do the same thing the Sandy Boys were doing by figuring out who is in front and behind everyone. He later adds Liam and Squadman to this alliance. He's the one who planned to direct a bomb to Max Fecto. He told Enderbrine to take off 5 seconds to explode Max and tried to get Yoshi to challenge block War Bunny so War Bunny couldn't reverse the bomb. O tried getting Yoshi to block someone earlier, but Yoshi never did it, which caused Brandon to get exploded. O tells the Don't Explode Alliance that he plans to get Dragonfire blown up since he caused Jack to get blown up, but the Sandy Boys stopped this by persuading Yoshi. This challenge, Max also threatens Jack into giving him info. Max also gets info about the time bomb from Double. O asks CD3K Squad, Brizzle, Jack, Check, and Dragonfire who's in front and behind them and gets some information from that. Andrew threatens to kill Max if he doesn't bring Wilted back into the group chat, and of course it fails. Zap tells CD3K and Brizzle what to do with the bombs in the Big Brian chat. Zap also tells Checker what to do with the bombs when he gets them. O shows Andrew and Wilted what he thinks is the player order list, and Wilted gives him information from the Sandy Boys to improve the list before he got kicked out. Wilted also gets mad at Andrew for leaking that Wilted was a spy. Andrew wanted to get O and Wilted to use the knife and tank item to eliminate Zap, but Wilted and O seem to not want to. O tells Wilted he no longer wants to work with Andrew, and he tells him he's going to gain the trust of Zap using Andrew. O tells Zap that Andrew wants to try and eliminate him with a tank. And here's the results of the time bomb challenge. Wilted, Brandon, Angel, Max, and Jack all explode and lost a life. Brandon is eliminated from the game. Sandy Boys try to get CD3K to heal Dragonfire, the Mighty Chicken to heal Max Fecto, and Max Fecto to heal War Bunny. Wilted asks if O wants to go with Andrew's plan of eliminating Zap. O first says that Zap said he'll use a shield every round, but then tells Wilted that Zap doesn't think he's going to be attacked, so they shouldn't do it. Here's O telling Zap he's probably not going to get attacked. Sam Buddies is made, which includes everyone in Sandy Boys plus Brizzle Rip and CD3K. Dragonfire asks CD3K for a heal privately, and CD3K accepts. The people in the Don't Explode Alliance, Ender, Jack, O, Yoshi, Liam, Squadman, want to keep the alliance to go against Zap. Jack searches for a way to be healed. He first adds Zap, but he refuses. O gets Double's thoughts on Zap. Double says he's C tier and will be careful about him. The shopping period ends and Angel secretly uses a smoke bomb at this point. Andrew is paranoid and uses a mirror. Jack decides to heal himself. O and Wilted go through with the plan of eliminating Zap with items, and it succeeds with Zap being eliminated. And now it's time for the voting period. Double tells Chicken he's voting for Wilted, and Chicken regrets healing Max instead of Double. O tells Max he won't mess with the Sandy Boys again. O wants Double to join his alliance, but Double refuses. Wilted threatens Double to join them in going against Zap, but Double still refuses. The Don't Explode Alliance is renamed to the Not in Zap's Alliance. O tells the people in there, which is now Wilted, Andrew, Liam, Jack, Squad, Ender, Yoshi, and O, to vote Double, and tries to get people to buy fake IDs to vote him. O asks Yoshi to use a fake ID against Double. Dragon tells Double that he shouldn't listen to Wilted and that everybody hates Wilted. Double asks Dragon if he wants to join a super cool gamers alliance. O tries to convince Brizzle to vote nobody, but Brizzle refuses. Dragonfire made an alliance with Sigh of Disdain. Angel asks Sigh about making an alliance to get away from the drama, but it didn't go anywhere. Then the voting period ends, and this is the result. Double is voted out by 1 vote. Andrew, Ender, Jack, Liam, O, Squad, Wilted, and Yoshi vote for Double, while the rest go for Wilted. Sand becomes split into 2 different groups at this point, and then also Check-in by himself. And that's all the time I'm willing to put into this episode, so bye!